Hello everybody out there, how is it going? Welcome to Flawless Rage 2 and welcome to House Flipper 2. So, tonight, back on the old flipper. Oh, hello. Delete. Whoa. No. I'm not going to delete nothing. What the fuck happened there? No, I'm not going to delete nothing. Shit. Right, okay. First up tonight, an announcement. I got my dates wrong. There will be no WWE 2K26 live stream this Friday, Thursday going into Friday. The game is out then. However, I got the dates wrong when I get paid. I thought I got paid the 2nd. It's actually the 29th I get paid. So what I'll be going to be doing is I'll be doing a special live stream when I've actually got the money for the thing. So it's going to be a couple of weeks out, but I'm still going to do the very same live stream and everything, but it will not be this Friday. So if you knock that one down, cross it off your calendars, because it ain't happening at the moment. I got the dates wrong. A lot going on lately and it's get you confused and shit, so there you go. Anyway, tonight we could do that. However, I think we should get to this closed amusement park and start tearing it down tonight. Getting ready for the next project. I'm still not going to tell you guys what it is yet, but yeah, we need to start getting some space and getting this thing completely stripped. I mean nothing. Open space. That's what we're going for here. So let's see how we get on with it. I think I know how I'm going to do this, so we can only hope it works the fuck out for me. There's going to be a lot of, stripping down. I might even have to see if I can get on here at some point tomorrow and do it. There will still be a stream this Thursday, but it's going to be Flipper, and we'll see what we can do then. So yeah, sorry if you were looking forward to the 2K26 thing. I was too. I'm well pissed off, but there you go. You can't help when you get fucking paid. So yeah, I get paid on the 29th. And so as soon as I get that money, I'll download it that night and let it go all day. And then the night of the 29th should be downloaded and I'll get into it with you guys then. Because I'm still not going to look at anything for it. I'm just going to do what I got to do. So, first of all, I want to turn this to daytime. So let's quickly get a bed and do that. I'll just get a single bed here. Do that till morning. Thank you. Well, that made things a whole hell of a lot fucking brighter, didn't it? Right, okay. Let's go in first. Everything's got to come down. But I'm going to need to use those steps up there, I feel, to get all of this shit down. And I've got to get up to the castle and everything. So let's get the torch on so you can see what the hell I'm doing. Right, okay. So, yes, instead of doing the hotel tonight, we're doing this. You know what, anyway? Honestly, that hotel's taken up such a lot of time. I might even just fucking say bollocks to it and sell it at the end of the stream. So that I can carry on with this and get on to the new project. Because, you know, I think it would be quite nice to do that. You know, move on to something different. I don't really get bored easily. It's just sort of like, you know, it's something that I want to do. So that is what we are going to do tonight. Now, we're going to strip down and delete anything that we come across here and see how we get on. So usually I get on here and try and strip things down before stream, but today I just have not had the time. It's been quite a busy day, really. I've had to do... Hello, brother. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Boston Tea Party in the chat there. Hello. Good to see you, brother. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I've just had so much to fucking do today. I've had to do bike repairs today. I've had to, you know, go downtown a couple of times and do stuff down there. So it's been a bit of a day. So that's why I'm doing this now and just starting to strip this place now. And I think at the end of tonight's live stream, we will sell the hotel. It's got as far as I'm going to take it. So there you go. Someone else needs to own ye old hooker's hole at the end of the day. So, you know, put a bid in. That could be you. But yeah, in any event, we're doing good. We are doing fucking fantastically. So we're just going to take our time tonight, strip some of this down, see how far we get by the end of stream, and then I'll do the rest in my own time. But I'll probably be back doing this on Thursday, all depending if I can do anything else. Incoming stream after yours. Ooh, looking forward to it. Sounds like a plan, brother. Sounds like a plan. Right, okay, so get rid of all of this shit. And this thing can just be torn straight down, you know. It can just be ripped right down to make room for what's going to go here. Ah, you thought I was going to tell you what it is, what this new project's going to be then, didn't you? Oh, no, 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 I'm keeping that one under my hat. Basically, I'll give you an idea of where it came from, but I won't tell you what it is. So I'll make the situation even worse by doing that, keep you guessing. So, I recently saw a television show, and it's inspired by that, and it's to do with somebody partnering up in a business and trying to make this business work. And so I've decided to build the thing that he's a partner in. All I'm saying. Now, if people in the UK see that, you might get what I'm talking about. But yeah, I might reveal... Well, I don't know when I'll reveal this. Maybe when I start actually building the fucking thing. It all depends, really. Right, take these beams out. We don't need any of that shit. Lights, don't need them. Okay, wonderful, spectacular and stupendous all at the same time. And that's just me in bed. Right, okay. Right. Well, that's what the wife says anyway. Any road. Let's get these down. I love the hovering lights. They're so convenient. They can't fall to the fucking floor like any normal light would, can they? But yeah, we're just going to go around stripping things down. I mean, we're already making a little bit of progress there. I'm going to need a ladder for that, I feel, to get that shit down. Let's get this wall out at the bottom here first. That's something we can definitely, you know, smash out real quick. So we'll get this gone. And before you ask what I'm building, no, it's not a massive strip club. However, maybe at some point. Right. Let's get this thing done. Well, I do hope everybody out there has had a pretty good day today. Like I said, mine's been so fucking busy. Right. If you've got kids, you'll understand. School runs are the worst. You know, thankfully my daughter sits on the back of the bike, which is probably why I need to repair it so often. But no, she sits on the back of the bike and I ride her up to the school, and then it's quicker for me to get home. I can literally pick her up in the afternoon, and we could be home in like 5 minutes, no joke. So you know, that's really good. I do love the weekends. That's when I get a bit of fucking reprieve from all of it. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. The renovations have started, folks. Yeah, we can delete you, and you, and then lights as well. And the suicidal robots, they can go as well. or should I say the unalived robots. This is YouTube after all. It is ran by wokies. Right. Okay. So yes, we've got a hell of a lot of work to do here. But I'm looking forward to it. This sort of, the project I'm building, what can I tell you about it? I mean, this is the perfect base for it. There's so much I can do with this. You know, it really is the perfect home base for it. It really is. Right. Okay. I'll tell you something, right? Speaking of school runs, here's something we can talk about. Why do some parents think that that's so fucking cool, right? What I mean by that is sort of like, for instance, this afternoon, for example, right? So I'm riding up to school to pick my daughter up, okay? And the way I go is you go up this, I mean, that's an old road, right? No cars go on it. It's not open to cars anymore. I mean, it used to be a main road, but it isn't no more. And there's this, you know, they always get stuck behind these fucking parents, and you've got to do your best to sort of, you know, get past them. Sometimes they see you coming and they move out of your way. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they, you know, are too busy talking about where the next fucking Prosecco is coming from. They don't really, you know, understand, you know, quite what's going on. So, you know, I try my best to get around that. And you get these mothers who walk up there. Some of them, like I say, chatting away to each other and don't see you. But then some of them think, you know, are listening to fucking music on the way up there on their friggin' headphones from their phones, right? Now, you know, do we really have to put up with... I mean, this afternoon, I was stuck, right? Even if I said, excuse me, she wouldn't have fucking heard me. I was stuck by this fucking woman walking up the school, this mother, fucking, you know, with her headphones on, listening to music, completely unaware of her surroundings. And, you know, and all I had to look, and you know, all you could see in front of you was her fucking great big jelly ass, you know, jiggling a fucking way, and you couldn't get fucking past her. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, move out of the way. You know, why do parents think that they are so fucking cool? There's a bunch of them who, you know, every afternoon they're there, right? Every afternoon they're there. They stand around this bench outside the school. There's a bench. It's not part of the school because it's not on school grounds. It's a public bench, but it is outside the school. And you always get these particular people there in the afternoons who I call the Red Bull gang, because literally that energy drink Red Bull, they drink it every fucking day. More cushy for the pushy. Oh well. You wouldn't say that if you saw her fucking face, mate. Fuck, she's scary. And, right. And, you know, it's sort of like, they stand around this bench chatting shit to each other, all out, you know, up until sort of like it's time to go round. They stand there with a can of fucking Red Bull in their hands, you know, every afternoon. And I'm like, you guys have no fucking idea what you're putting into your bodies. That shit is toxic. Honestly, it really is. Don't worry, we got plenty of dogs here too. Well, there you go. Fucking hell. You know, they just amuse me half the time, you know. Now, I don't really, you know, I don't drink energy drinks. I used to, but I don't anymore. You know, once I realised just how fucking toxic they were, I quit. And I don't drink any of that shit. I when I'm on my bike, I don't listen to, I can easily have headphones on, listening to music on the way up there, but I choose not to. I like to know my surroundings, so if there's, anything coming or anything like that, I can actually fucking hear what's going on around me, and that. And oh my god, half the time, when they're talking, these parents, all they're talking about is their fucking relationship and who they fucked that past weekend and shit like that. I'm like, for fuck's sake, we don't care. Can you just get out the fucking way? It really, really pisses me off. There's just so much, there's only so much one person can take, and when you're stuck behind it every goddamn day, it tends to get a little bit tiresome quite quickly. So, yeah, it ain't fucking fun. It ain't fucking fun at all. But this is the sacrifice we make as parents for kids. We put up with it, we get on with it and get the job done. Now, thankfully, when it comes back to this Red Bull gang, I don't see them that much anymore. I leave 5 minutes later in the afternoons. I'm biking up there anyway, so it doesn't take me long to get there. And I actually stand over the other side of the road. My daughter crosses the road and comes over to me on her own. That just gives her a little bit more independence as well, because my daughter's 10-year-old going on fucking 20. She really is. She's extremely intelligent for her age, and wants to sort of like have a little bit more responsibility. So I let her cross the road on her own. I meet her over the other side of the road. She hops on the bike. And then we come home. And I'll tell you something. She's a little speed demon. She really is. She fucking loves going fast. All the way here, all the way home as well. It's downhill, so she really fucking loves that. Oh, it's just fucking brilliant. But yeah, some parents make you fucking laugh. Some of them, I don't even know how you look at some of these women, they must have been a pity fuck, right? And I'm not being horrible, but you see them and they must have been a pity fuck. I mean, I sometimes look at them and I'm thinking, how the fucking hell did any man have the stomach to fuck you? He must have been seriously out of his fucking tree, he must have had about fucking at least 12 fucking, Heinekens into him. I mean, shit. Some of them, there's some up there. There's some who go up there quite nice. But some of them are like, ugh. They really are. It's called a paperback. Well, there you go. But yeah, it just amuses me how cool some of them think they are. Now, hopefully Jelly Arse Bitch won't be in front of me tomorrow when I go pick my daughter up. We shall see. But yeah. So, what else can we talk about? Where you live, neighbours and stuff like that. A lot of people get on with their neighbours, some people don't, some people hate their fucking neighbours. You heard me speak about my neighbours who I used to live next door to, and I don't live next door to them anymore. It's nearly actually been a year. It's actually a year next month I've been in this house already, and it's like, we live next door to a lady. She's on her own. She's a nice lady. She's not elderly or anything like that. I'm going to say she's in her late 50s to early 60s maybe. So I don't class any people in their 60s as old. You're old to me, when you're old to me when you get into your about 80s. And that. Boston says, well, look at it this way, brother. At least she's in front of you. You're not about to get into a wreck if you have an airbag. This is very true. Yes, that is glass half full. That is, yeah, absolutely. you know, and yeah, when you live next door to someone like that, it's all good. She's a lovely lady. I've spoken to her. I spoke to her today. You know, she's always got time to say hello to you and everything. You know, she's a lovely lady. She really is. But what pisses me off is she owns her house next door. I don't own this one. It's rented. And because she owns her house, she has the money to do anything she goddamn well wants to it. Well, ever since we lived here, she's had this guy go round there, and he is a odd job handyman, repairman, fucking, you know, whatever. He's not sort of like part of the council who owns this house, or you know, or would have owned her house. He's none of that. He's like private hire, and it's nearly ever since we lived here. There's been a bit of time off, not every day, but most days I can literally sit here on my sofa trying to watch TV, trying to play a game, whatever, and you know, and all you hear is drilling and hammering and fucking, you know, all this fucking noise and stuff. Now, yes, I'm sure that I'm going to make a bit of noise when I decorate this place. I haven't done it yet. And, you know, and all that, but it ain't going to take me a fucking year, you know. I'll have this room painted out in like a couple of days. You know, it ain't going to take me a year, but it's nearly been a year. I mean, ever since we've lived here, it's been the same fucking thing. You know, all the fucking time is fucking, you know, you hear them drilling into walls, hammering and all that shit. And I understand people are going to want to get their homes the way they want to. I get that. I totally get that. But it doesn't take that long. And today, I lost my fucking shit a little bit. I didn't say anything to him, but I fought back. I thought, right, okay, you're going to keep fucking drilling every fucking day. I'm sick to death of this. So, your boy has very powerful speakers on his hi-fi. So, death metal led the way today. I thought, fuck this. I put the hi-fi on. I stuck in a CD, and I pressed play, and it was like, you know, it was just fucking pure fucking metal blasting throughout this fucking house. And, you know, I just, honestly, I'd had enough. I've lived with noisy neighbours before. I used to live, when I was about 14, I used to live next door to this woman who was, you know, this is when I lived with my mum and my dad. We lived in this house, and there was this woman next door. And you know what I used to say about the other ones? When I heard them doing adult things, when I used to hear, right, all that, I've told you about that before. Well, this other woman I used to live next door to, my bedroom was right next door to her bedroom, and they were like drywall walls, so you could pretty much hear everything. And she had a bloke around there one night, and they were doing stuff, and he asked her to ride her like a pony. But there were, and that's not even a fucking joke. She actually said, "Ride me like a pony," while they were doing stuff. I was like, okay. And then, but she had this, her eldest daughter go and live with her for a little bit. And she used to not really give two shits about anyone. And she used to play music like at 6:30 in the morning, really loud. Now, me, I didn't really hear this all that much. I could, when I'm asleep, I could sleep at a fucking racetrack and, you know, with the windows open and cars go past all the time. It wouldn't faze me, right? It just wouldn't. I remember one morning, my mum bursting into my room and saying, "Get some music on and get it on right fucking now." And this is at 7:30 in the morning. I was like, well, what? You know, I was waking up, and I said, "What's happened?" That fucking bitch next door put her fucking music on, woke us up, you know, and I was like, well, you're awake now, can't you just like go back to sleep because you fucking disturb me? This was during school holidays. I was trying to get some fucking rest. I was staying up late every night. And I thought, fuck it. I got out of bed. in them days, I had a little micro system, if anyone remembers them. But I'd hooked up 6 big speakers to it, as you do, in my bedroom, no less. And so, if anybody knows the UK dance band The Prodigy, rest in peace Keith Flint, right? If anybody has ever heard of them, well, I had a couple of their CDs. I used to listen to all sorts when I was a teenager. I still listened to rock and a little bit of metal back then. But back then I used to listen to mostly like dance music, and I used to listen to like a lot of rap, a lot of Eminem. My son's in his Eminem stage at the moment. He fucking loves him. So I used to listen to a lot of Eminem, things like that, D12, Tupac, all that kind of stuff. But The Prodigy had this song called Smack My Bitch Up. And, it starts off sort of like not as much for a second, and then suddenly there's this bass and these drums that just drop, and holy shit, they're powerful. And I had that on CD. So I thought, well, she wants me to put music on, she can't tell me off, and I thought this is my perfect opportunity to put music on without getting told off for it. I'm fucking made. So that is exactly what I did. I got the hold of this fucking CD, chucked it in that micro system, turned it all the way up, put the bass all the way up, hit fucking play, and suddenly this song started, and then suddenly boom, and my mum was sort of like standing there like, yeah, let him have some of that fucker. My mum wouldn't have anything that would piss him off. My mum's music is all sort of like country and western and 60s, that kind of stuff, I'm sure the neighbours aren't going to be pissed off at sort of like 7:30 in the morning if she's playing, fucking a bit of the Mavericks or something, so, or something, from the 60s when there wasn't a lot of bass in music. So I had the powerful stuff, so that's what I used. But yeah. But back to my point here, this guy, every fucking day he's there. I call him If I Had a Hammer, like the old song If I Had a Hammer. Anyone know that one? Right, that's what I call him. I call him If I Had a Hammer. And, because every single day it's the same fucking thing, over and over again. And I'm just like, for the love of fucking God, shut the fuck up. I get pissed off with it. My wife gets pissed off with it, And in a way, it's a bit disrespectful, I think. Now, she might want things done in her house. It might be within the time when you can make as much noise as you want. I get that. But it's been going on so long, at least have the decency to, ring the doorbell and say to me, look, sorry about the noise. There's going to be a bit of noise today. I'm having this done today. Sorry about, if it disturbs you, and everything. Be neighbourly, be friendly like that. If they did that, I'd be totally cool with it. But as it stands, this guy goes round there, and he's there from he's usually rocks up when I get back after dropping my daughter off in the mornings. So we're looking at about 8:30. He doesn't start work for an hour after that. Honestly, I think she might be fucking him. But he doesn't start for about an hour after that, and then then the noise starts. And like I say, it is within the hours you can make as much noise as you want. But does it really take somebody a fucking year, to sort their shit out in their house, to get everything they want done? I know you can't get it all done in a day. I understand that. Fuck my arse and call me a bitch. There's some fucking shit back here, ain't there? Fuck me, it's like being around my sister's house. But, there comes a point when you've been putting up with it every day and enough is enough. And that is how I feel about this, I don't want, I want to be able to sit down, chill out, relax, play a video game without having to think, without having, all this fucking, stupid noise going on in the background. It ain't I haven't, like I said, I haven't started this place yet, and I'm sure that I'm going to be hammering and stuff myself. But I ain't going to be doing. It ain't going to take me a fucking year. It'll totally take me to get this room done. I'll paint it out in a couple of days, and then I can start putting stuff up on the walls and stuff. It's going to take me about a week. And what I will do is, if she's at home, I will go and knock on the door, and I'll just say, look, sorry about any noise I make. I'm decorating right now. So, you know, but I just thought just lost my shit today, and some metal went on, and it went, you know, I turned it up to 11. I just had enough. You know, there's things in this world which piss you off every single day. Life don't really get much easier. You know, you just got to do the best of it, what you can in the now. Don't worry about yesterday. That's gone. Don't worry about tomorrow. It hasn't happened yet. Live in the now. And, you know, and just sort of like, you know, try and do your best you can for that day. And that's what I've been trying to fucking do. But when you got some cunt fucking constantly hammering on the fucking wall and drilling and sanding and doing what the fuck ever, it pisses me off. I saw him last week as I actually left to go pick up my daughter. Because like I say, he starts about 8:30. Well, he gets there 8:30, starts 9:30, doesn't fuck off till about 5 o'clock. He's there all day. The only time we get a little bit of fucking peace and quiet is lunchtime when he's having his fucking dinner. After that, that's it. Back we go to the same shit. And I just feel it really takes the piss. Do we think I'm being unreasonable here? Should I not really worry about it? Should I not really, you know, care that he's making all this noise? You know, I know he's going to go away at the end of the day, yeah. But it's been nearly a year that he's been doing this. You know, going around her having home improvements made and stuff. You know, am I being unreasonable? Because personally, I don't think I am being unreasonable at all. I think I'm perfectly within my rights to sit in my own house, sit there, have a cup of tea, and sit there watching a bit of telly, you know, without having to fucking hear and boom, 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 boom through the fucking wall, you know. I don't really think that that's too much to ask. I just honestly think it's a bit disrespectful and it takes the piss. You know, that's not really sort of like thinking about, oh, sorry if you know, I could be laid up in bed ill, you know, and been awake all night with like some really bad sickness bug or something, and I need to sleep. And then you got this cunt fucking bang, 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 you know. It takes the piss. It really does. But no disrespect meant to my neighbour at all. She honestly is a lovely lady. You can talk to her and she's kind and everything. You know, she's helped me out a couple of times since I've actually lived here. She's, you know, when we first were moving in, she already had hers. And I don't know where the fuck she works, but she's always got boxes, which was really handy. So she gave us some boxes to help move with and stuff. She is a nice lady. She didn't even fucking know us. You know, she started helping us out. And we've helped her out as well, you know. But, yeah. It just sort of like, you know. So between having to deal with that all day and also, you know, being stuck behind a woman with a jelly ass, you know, that's what life is like at the moment. But, you know, I do get my revenge a little bit at the weekends. My wife hates it when I turn my fucking hi-fi up so loud. She fucking hates it. You know, she doesn't mind loud music. She's, you know, a music lover herself. But she doesn't like it when I turn it up that fucking loud. And I'm like, fuck 'em. You know, I don't care. If I want to blast Ozzy, I'll do it. If I want to blast Metallica, I'll do it. If I want to blast Arch Enemy, I'll do it. You know, it doesn't, you know, like I said, I don't really think that I'm being unreasonable. At all. Oh, fucking hell, we've got to take all this shit down, haven't we? Oh my god. Right, okay. Was this project a good idea? You guys don't even know what it is, and right. Do you know what? Let's start up here. Let's take some of this track down and get some of this shit going up here. Goodbye, shitty cart. Right, I'm gonna walk around. I've got to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do this without falling through. Maybe if I go 1 and then delete. Oh, brother, I imagine it's going to be. Okay, we're up here. We're actually on top of the castle, so this is a good opportunity to get some of this shit down as well. Get some of these vents out of the way. Get rid of that cupboard, we don't need that. Get rid of you, right. Right, the roller coaster carries on round and it goes, oh my god, it's at the, well, hang on a minute, it's at the top of me, so it's not too bad. Let me do what I can with it. I'll try and follow it around the best I can, because I would like to get that down before I rip anything else down. Okay, we can smash through that maybe. Right, another bit gone. Where's the telly? Where's the telly? Where's the telly? Is it that? No. I don't fucking know where it is, but I'm hearing Scooby-Doo. Right. So far, so good. And how the fuck did these benches get up here anyway? Someone must have really, really hated the show they put on that day to chuck them up there. Oh god, that's getting higher, but we might be able to remedy that if we go with the lowest part and see. Oh, fuck my ass. Right, okay. Right, we need to get back round there. Good job I remember this place, isn't it? Right. Okay. Fucking school chairs out of the way. Right. Okay, where were we? So we're here. And we need to come to about here. Can we get anything? No. No, right. Goodbye fucking weirdo tree. Right. Oh, fuck off. You got to let me have that, surely. Did it get rid of it? Yes, it did. Well, hey, fucking hey. Okay. Now I'll go across and back across and delete those. Or delete this. Here. Right. We need to get through there now. And... well, that was... okay, that was a bit easy there, I will admit. Right. Yeah, we're going to need ladders and stuff. I'm really going to need to get everything up top here stripped out before I do anything else, aren't I? It's the way it's going to have to be. But we're making a bit of progress, nonetheless. A whole bunch of shit on the floor. Turn on. Alright, a bunch of lights down there. Right. take out what we can while we're here. Some things I'll leave up here for now because I'm obviously going to need to be up here again. Right. Keep going. Come on. Right. I could go in there and clear that out. I need to get to the other side of this coaster. Should we clear this out while we're here? Well, there ain't much in here. Fuck it, we'll do it. Get rid of these timer switches off the wall. Or whatever the fuck they are. Right. Yeah, so my apologies once again, guys, if you were looking forward to the wrestling stream. This Thursday going into Friday. 2K is out then, but I realised I got my dates mixed up. I thought it was the 2nd, and it turns out it's the 29th. How the fuck I got that mixed up, I'll never know, but yeah. But we're still going to have the stream. I'm going to be a couple of weeks late to the party, but hell, that don't matter. As long as we get it in the end, right? So yeah, it should be about the 29th that you'll be seeing it. Right, we're back with the coaster. We delete these first, we might get a clear shot at this. I just need to get onto these tracks. Oh, you son of a cunt waffle. Right, okay. We're going to need a ladder to get up there and get the rest of that track. Let me grab one. Right. Just that'll do the job, just to get us up there. There we are. Pretty much out on the fucking track here. Yep, I know I've got to get across there. I was figuring if I can get this track down first tonight, then I can do the rest of it, you know, at some other point. Right. But this goddamn coaster is coming down tonight. There is no two ways about it. It is coming the fuck down tonight. Right. Now. That bit's piss easy to get rid of. I don't know if we can jump it again, can we? We can. Also, while we're here, we take out what we can while we're up top. Right, so I don't know what the fuck that is, but that's going to go. Right, we could run around here. And then get rid of that piece. Get rid of that piece, and basically the coaster is no more. It's just the housing for it now. So we just got to take all this down. And I've done that before. So shouldn't be too bad. We'll keep working on it for a few minutes. And then we'll go in a minute and sell the hotel. I'm going to take that as far as I've got to take it. Fuck it. You know, I want to get on with a new project. So that's exactly what we're doing. Just get all this shit out of here. Okay. Take down what we can. Right, I'll just get rid of these skulls. Even though they're cool, we'll get rid of them. So, has anybody got any guesses? Still not going to say, but anybody got any guesses what I could be building? What project could this be? What could I possibly be building? Okay, take these out, take this out. Any more of these little symmetrical parts will, it can just go, really. Boston says not a clue. Okay. Well, all will be revealed in good time. I won't be saying tonight, but yeah. It's something that is quite popular over here in the UK, certainly. And it's a cheap way to do a certain thing. And no, it isn't a massive knock-in shop. We ain't having that kind of thing. Unfortunately, I know it's sad, but it ain't a knock-in shop. Right, we need to leave it. Well, as long as we've got this one here, it don't really fucking matter about that, does it? But yes, there's a hell of a lot of work to do. But we are, as you can see, making a little bit of progress, slowly but surely. Slow and steady wins the race and all that malarkey. Okay, let's jump on down here. So, it definitely looks a lot different without that coaster there. I'll take out what I can. That haunted house has got to be taken down. Everything you see has to go. Now it's basically just a case of smashing the shit out of things and getting them gone. But it's getting rid of all of this crap up top first. So that is what I'll work on first. But now, we're about ready to end. Before I go there, let me save this, and we're going to go and sell a hotel. Some rooms aren't done. I didn't finish the kitchen in the penthouse, and I don't really care. Right. Fucking hell, that took a long time to save tonight. Let's go home. Right. Come on, load your fucking thing. Okay, now I can piss quicker than that. Come on. Okay, let's head over to the hotel. It was made out of Trevor's mansion. Some of it isn't painted, and I don't really care. I'll take you a quick tour around of what I've got done, and we'll just sell it as it is. And hope to God there's no one with a moustache buys it who looks like a smug cunt. We shall see. Right. Yes, I know you can build your own floor as lava levels in sandbox mode. You can put earbuds in the earbud case. Really? That's surprising. I thought you had to put them outside. Right. Okay. So here we have the hotel. It's written in lights up there. Hotel. It of course is Ye Old Hooker's Hole Hotel. Gotta be the Hooker's Hole. Got some sofas to relax on there. There is your reception where you'll book in, phone up, and also pay for when you check out and stuff like that. Over here you have a bar area. You have a bar area there. You've got your restaurant-y type area over here. You go here. This is for kitchen and bar staff only. In here is the kitchen, complete with a proper chef's pass. You get round here, you got microwaves, toasters, blenders, cookers, all ready to go for cooking the meals for the many few. And then outside here is where the pool deck is. You've got some sun loungers there, Couple deck chairs up there, and you've got this nice pool as well, which is all lit and everything. So that's pretty cool. If we go back inside, the Hooker's Hole, well, hey, you can go upstairs, and we can see we've done this there. We'll put a fountain up there, which is that water you could hear downstairs. We've got a fountain going, just as a little, just as sort of like a little trinket, really, something just to tart the place up a bit. We did this the other night, put pictures round. Looks really cool. We've got all of our rooms there. Then we've got an arrow showing you what way you've got to go up to the next floor, which is actually decorated. I actually did paper this and put some gold around it just to set it off a little bit. So there's your other bunch of rooms. And up here leads to the penthouse suite, which is right there. Of course, we've got our history of the place there, which I'll read actually again to you. So this is the history of the place. This is the backstory I made up. Once a former bar and bordello in the early 1800s, this hotel has seen it all. The hotel was once a saloon, and this penthouse was ran by Madame Deepfill. She worked and died here, and it is said her spirit is still seen here as she targets young men. This penthouse has a deep history, and now you are part of it. So there you go. This is the outside to the penthouse suite. It all comes as one. The kitchen isn't done here, but we do have a nice living room area. We also have a nice bedroom area here with your TV. You've got plenty of storage here. Your bathroom is here. There's your bathroom. It's double access, so you can get to it from the living room area as well. You ain't got to walk through the bedroom. This is the kitchen area. Ain't got nothing in it, but there you go. I can't be bothered. And yeah, that is basically the Hooker's Hole Hotel. So this one's taken me a little bit of time. I'm really proud of it. I'm happy that I managed to make something, so nice out of this, basically. What was once Trevor's mansion is now this. So yeah, and I don't really touch the mansions on here. I don't really do anything with them, because they're not the sort of build I like to do, but I thought I'd go out of my comfort zone, give it a shot, and it paid off, I feel. So, yeah, there it is, even on the carpet, ye old Hooker's Hole Hotel. Okay, so unfortunately, it is time to say goodbye to this place. And you'll see the pictures as well. So here we go. Are we ready? We're going to sell this place. Let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. No buy low. What do we get on this? Okay, so we've got 347, 335 and 336. Boston says you did good, brother. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. So it is going to go to Emma Newman, who is buying it. She is going to be the new owner of ye old Hooker's Hole Hotel. So let's sell it to her and say thank you to Emma Newman. Let's continue and look at the pictures of what it once was and what it is now. There you go. That's what it was. And it's turned into that monstrosity. There we go. There's the front there. A hell of a transformation. It really is. Just sort of like, imagine what you can do with the place and things like that. And I'm so happy with how it came out. Like I said, this is completely out of my comfort zone. I don't do mansions and stuff like that. Boston's the guy for that. He is the king of the mansions. I do easier builds than this. I do bigger builds now, but I don't think I've ever taken on one like this, which has got so much intricacy to it, where you got to build somewhere to eat, somewhere to sleep, a pool, that kind of thing. So, actually some of it isn't painted, but I am happy with it. I truly am happy with it. There's your pool area. So am I going to save the photos on this one? Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? Let's do it. So there you go. That is the Hooker's Hole Hotel. So I'm sold, and that is also starting a new beginning, a new project that we will be continuing on probably on Thursday. I'll see if I can get a little bit more done before then as well. So there you go. That was tonight's stream. Boston's got a stream coming up after mine, so probably be about 5-10 minutes after. So be sure to go check him out, and also go subscribe to Boston Tea Party, because not only does he do awesome live streams, he is my brother from another mother. He works really hard on his builds, and ladies, he wants to show you his hose. As a matter of fact, he wants to squirt you with it. Oh yes, and no, it ain't just foam that comes out the end of it. That's right. He is a genuinely nice person, you know, awesome. He's got the same mindset as me, so, you know, if you like this sort of stuff, you'll definitely like his channel. So go sub to my bro, Mr. Boston Tea Party. He says, thanks for streaming. You are more than welcome, my brother. Also, how can you resist? There's another channel you need to go subscribe to. Now, this lady is a good friend. She's also a fucking incredible builder. She's an artist. There is no way else to put it. What she builds is art. She is Pam's Game TV 2000. She's a great person, you know, and she works really hard on her builds. She does more intricate builds. She does absolutely everything on her builds brilliantly, you know, and you have to see her work. And even sort of like, you know, the most experienced house flipper player would look at her work and go, whoa, she is that good. So please go subscribe to Pam's Game TV 2000. Boston says, thanks for the shout. You are more than welcome, my brother. I will see you over at your stream. But as for me, I'm going to get out of here now. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back on Thursday when we will be doing a little bit more to the new project. So until then, be good to each other. Stay safe. Have a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you Thursday. And God bless you all. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.